from The Office. I declare. Anyway, go on. Edit that out.
No, I will not.
No, please.
I will do. Oh, I do. I would like to talk about how it's interesting how a lot of those anti-art movements end up becoming
The next art movement.
Yes, they end up becoming what's recognized as art instead of, or they become the artsy fartsy establishment that they were trying to destroy. Because that even happened with Dada. Like, the thing that's really ironic about Dada is that it was supposed to be taking down art from just being this high held up thing for rich establishment like museums and stuff like that, and it was supposed to be something for anyone. But if you really look at it, the only people who were involved in Dada were like rich white men who just kind of had this little community for themselves and stuff like that. And the same thing happened with Fluxus. Fluxus, I think, was really hypocritical, even though I think it was important. And there are a lot of like Fluxus works of art that I admire. And anything, like, you can say that with punk, you can say that with like jazz, like when Picasso started his thing, like, people were rioting on the streets and stuff because of his shit, and now that's what everyone thinks of when they think of art.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is incredible. And that is almost kind of the same thing as like the whole Animal Farm thing. It's like, if you start off as the rebel and the revolutionary and you win, then you're going to be the next establishment. And so I think that's something that every artist and every individual should strive to fight against. It's like that, and that's one of the reasons that I don't want power and I don't want money. It's because I don't ever want to become. I feel like my brain was hardwired to. I'm the kind of person who, like, I was hardwired to be against people who hold authority, and so I don't ever want to. And that's why I criticized hating the rich, because you're jealous of them. Because then if you become rich, then you're just going to become the thing you hated.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's important to hate like rich lifestyle, but also not strive to gain what you don't have. It's like, always challenge yourself and always try to reinvent yourself and stuff like that. I think it's like super important. Oh, and there was one other thing I remember I wanted to talk about. Did I ever explain my Hobby Lobby project on this thing?
Oh, no, I hope. Well, I don't know. Even if you have, let's do it again. Because I am so excited
Me
for this.
too. My Hobby Lobby idea is a installation piece that I'm going to make where I really hate Hobby Lobby and I hate walking through there, not only because of all the controversy around like their political beliefs and stuff, which I think it's fine that they have those legally, and I think that no one should censor them, and I'm not trying to censor them, but I want to criticize them and I want to punish them in part because of that, and also because I really hate the culture, the whole like live, laugh, love, put comforting wall art on your walls to remind you of how, to make you believe that everything is docile and going well. Because I feel like the people who buy that kind of live, laugh, love stuff, it's like that stuff was designed to be comfortable, and people buy it, I think, when they want something to distract themselves from real issues that are going on, or to distract themselves from helping others, or listening to their kids when their kids are upset about something, and they want to believe that they live this like American dream where everything's nice and everything's good and like I've made it, because all that stuff that they put on that wall art is like stuff that you want to hear, and you're never going to learn anything if you surround yourself by stuff that you want to hear.
It's very echo chambery.
Yes, exactly. It's very echo chambery. But the other thing, Hobby Lobby specifically, is even weirder than like you see that stuff at like Michael's Craft Store sometimes, and other little places like that, and like dumb little fancy breakfast restaurants. I do like Cracker Barrel though.
Well, Michael's and Cracker Barrel are the establishment also, so you're okay to criticize.
Okay, but like...
But Cracker Barrel's spicy pickled garlic is my vice. Anyway, go on.
I love Cracker Barrel. Anyway,
Hobby Lobby is definitely weird.
Hobby Lobby is weird because, like, if you ever read their stuff, it's super passive aggressive, and it's like the misogyny and the like all the hate that it's like they don't even do a good job of hiding it. There's so many
I don't think they try.
Beware of wife, like boomer shit everywhere, and all this stuff about like standing up for the flag, or all this stuff about being a man and all this like stuff, and they do not hide.
Oh, the stand before the flag, kneel before the cross.
Yeah, and there's stuff like that.
So
there was one that was like I have a picture of it on my phone. I'm gonna get them out actually and talk about them.
Please do. This is so interesting.
Yeah, and I didn't even know what I was expecting going in there. I don't remember. I think
this is to me what my boat thing was to you.
Yeah.
Like it was. Yeah, it was where I went from like admiring your work to or like liking your art. Because I had found out about you as a friend to like I will now tell people about this work.
I gotta scroll past all those nudes you sent me.
Hey, there's not that much to see.
Hey, look. Wait a minute. Remember this guy?
Yeah, that's my penis. It's not.
I'm gonna put that on the screen. Now this man is your penis.
Oh no.
Let's see.
I can fill the dead air.
Yes, our famous dead air.
Oh, that's right. I wouldn't want to intrude on our brand.
Yes.
But yeah, I would say like.
Oh, here it is. Wait.
I liked your art because I knew you and because you were there to explain it. But this is so powerful that it doesn't need. It doesn't matter that I know you. I still just love it as art.
That's great because some of it is really innocent and not that offensive. Like "Welcome to our home." It's like it's still dumb, but it's like that's.
Yeah, I don't like that font so much.
Yeah, I hate that.
Very
font.
well designed.
I'm using that font and stuff, but there's some like.
Yeah, you are. That's right.
Like we don't call 911, and then there's two guns.
And the ones are bullets.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's like Jesus Christ. And then yeah, stand for the flag, kneel for the cross.
God, that's a real thing you can buy.
Yeah. Some stuff about America. There's like ones that say like no girls allowed and stuff, and it's like
that one is a sleeper.
I don't wanna be over dramatic and say that like this is the kind of stuff that causes sexism. I think it's really just it's a reflection of an attitude. And
yeah,
I think I can take that and I can twist it in a more sinister way.
I love the way you did that.
Thank
it is
you.
So good.
Or there's one that's really weird, and like, this one obviously is supposed to be a joke, but it's still weird. And it's this red one where it was like a metal thing, and it says, "If a man says he will fix it, he will. There is no need to remind him every 6 months about it."
Yeah, I hate that.
It's like the joke is that like 6 months is a long period of time, and that's not very often. But it's still kind of reflecting this attitude of like my nagging wife, my bitch that I hate, like is always telling me to fix shit, and I'm lazy and I don't want to do it.
Possibly even worse, I could totally see some like wife getting that for her husband, and they're both happy about it. Like, you know, that would be a good gift for both because the wife's like, my husband never does anything for me, haha.
Yeah.
And the husband's like, my wife's always on my case, and
it's
they
like
both laugh about it.
All these real issues and like mask them like, oh, it's not so bad because look, it's a happy wall art. Oh, this was the worst one. It was where it says, this was in the man cave aisle.
Oh.
It said, "Man cave, a place where you keep all your favorite stuff and do what you want. It used to be called your life, but then you got married, so now it's just a room."
I hate that.
That is the worst thing ever.
And it's all in, that's so many words, first of all, and it's all in bad typography.
Yeah, I know, that's what's funny about it. It's not simple. It's like this guy, it's like some angry dad was ranting when he was designing all this stuff.
This is OK Boomer incarnate.
Exactly. And then there's just like all this, there was so many beware of wife stuff there.
Call this project Boomer Bust.
And then there was like boys will be boys, and that's kind of similar to the no girls allowed thing.
But Michael, did you hear my amazing pun?
No, what'd you say?
I said you should call this project Boomer Bust.
That's good too, but I prefer Hobby Lobby Inside Jobby to Boomer Bust. But maybe I'll make a follow up called Boomer Bust.
Oh, dude, I think Kevin is inbound.
Oh, cool. Well, there's one more thing I want to talk about because it was like when we were doing the mid critique on my project, which I wasn't able. We were supposed to have 3 of the pieces done, and I wasn't able to get them all done because our spray machine broke. Because I'm doing this in like for a screen printing class, like printmaking, and so I was disappointed in that. But we critiqued them anyway. Like what I had like 1.5 done, and my teacher was interested in it, but he was also confused, which I think is a good thing, but he criticized it for saying that it was not subtle enough. And he said, like, you're not going, like, if you just blatantly put, like, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put like images of like that remind people of domestic abuse, or I'm gonna put like actual images of school shooters and mass murderers and things like this that also represent American culture, but the other side of it, the side that places like Hobby Lobby ignore. And he said if you do that, that's not going to change anybody's mind, because you're not going to change anyone's mind by pissing them off. And I thought that was an interesting criticism. And it made me think, because I think what I'm trying to do, I don't know if what I'm trying to do is change people's minds.
You're just trying to disturb the comfortable.
I think I'm doing, and I think, because I don't know if I was trying to change someone's mind, I don't know if I can even say that I'm able to do that with art. You know, it's up to someone else to change their mind.
You're trying to be the catalyst.
Yeah, and it's like, but I want to go back to his side again, and it was like, if someone sees something that makes them mad, what he imagined was they were just gonna brush it off and not think about it. But I don't really know if that's true. I think, because even if you're confronted with something that pisses you off or that disturbs you or offends you, even if your mind isn't changed, it's still gonna make you think one way or another about either why. If it doesn't make you think about why you're wrong, it'll make you think about why you believe what you believe, even if you have like a bad opinion. Mm-hmm. You know, it's still gonna be like, it's still gonna say something about you. And also, if someone just sees it and they throw it away, or if Hobby Lobby tries to censor what I'm doing, or if anyone tries to censor what I'm doing, I think that one of the positive things about making art that pisses people off, or making shocking art, is that it shows who the real authoritarians are. Because if you're not an authoritarian, and you're not afraid of alternate ideas and beliefs, and not afraid to confront disturbing realities, then you're going to let those things be. If you're an authoritarian, then you're going to want to censor those things. And a lot of people like Hobby Lobby want to look good, especially with all the negative press they get, and they're not going to want to look like evil authoritarians. So this will show people if they really are or really aren't. And I think that's what I'm trying to do with this kind of work.
Yeah, that's a good idea, but I think there are a lot of ways that the corporation of Hobby Lobby could still censor you without appearing. There's ways they could spin it
like what?
In their favor. Like they could say that, oh, we're not censoring an idea. This is just outside product that we can't legally sell, or
That's
like
true.
It's against our policy to have this merchandise in here that isn't our own.
No, I understand that, but all that stuff, I still feel like they're very much in the wrong, and I feel like most reasonable people who view that kind of argument are going to disagree with it. Or they're going to know that it's like, you're saying you're not censoring, but we know what you're really doing.
And I think merely, and I hate to use the word juxtapose, but I think merely the juxtaposition of your stuff with Hobby Lobby stuff is enough to make people who would be, people who would possibly change their minds, it's enough to make those people think.
If you're already open-minded, then that's who it's going to be good for.
Yeah.
And if you're closed-minded, I can't change that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And I also, like, I feel like there's more than one reason for me to want to do stuff like this. It's also because I want to set an example for other people like me to go out and do projects like this too.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
So did you describe, I might have spaced out, did you describe the actual designs that you're doing?
Oh,
are you going to put them on the screen?
I don't think so. Oh, yeah, I'll put them on the screen, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just making parodies of these, like, dumb Hobby Lobby wall art, and making them even more extreme and more sarcastic and very evil and sinister, like stuff about domestic abuse and school shooters and, like, entitlement that people are taught to have, and stuff about like incels and men and stuff like that. And I want to make these parodies, and then I'm gonna go to several different Hobby Lobbies and leave them there next to like the actual products. I might even make like fake barcodes and stuff. I don't know how to do that yet, but I might do something like that. And then I just want to see what happens. You know, I don't know what's gonna happen. So that's the installation. I'm installing it there. And so that's going to be really interesting, I think. It'll be really fun.
I really hope this generates some controversy.
I hope so too. I would be disappointed if it didn't. I'd be disappointed if nothing came of this. But even if if no controversy outwardly came, I would still like to have faith that someone saw it and it affected them in some way.
Yeah, at the very least, some Hobby Lobby employee, you know what I think is the best possible scenario here?
Mm-hmm.
You get someone going in there. Anyone who's in that aisle is likely going to be looking for that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be the kind of person who believes in the things that all these signs are saying.
Yeah.
So when they find something that challenges them or that isn't what they expect to find there, their first reaction, I think, would be against the store.
Yeah.
And so they're going to go and get mad at the first employee they can find.
I would love that,
and
yeah.
then the employee's response will be, "This, we don't sell this."
Yeah. Maybe I should make more than one.
What do you mean?
Like, maybe I should make a bunch of... Like, one of them has Elliot Rodger on it. Like, maybe I should make, like, 10 copies of it.
Absolutely, you should.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you have the means to
I think I do.
buy enough material to do that.
Yeah. Well, it's
I think-
screen printing, so...
Yeah, I think the more the better.
Yeah.
And it's one color, right? Or
Yep.
two at most.
I'm mostly just doing one color.
Yeah, your Elliot Rodgers one is incredible. Is it Roger or Rogers?
Elliot Rodger.
Elliot
just,
Rodger.
Just
An incel shooter, right?
Yes.
I don't remember
the first.
the
No, probably
first?
not the first, because the Columbine kids were basically incels, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have a Columbine
I have a
kids
Columbine
one
one, too.
with the brush hand letter font that says
Do you believe in
"Do you
God?
believe in God?"
Which is one of the things that one of the Columbine kids said before they killed someone.
which I think is just phenomenal. And then my favorite is the Elliot Rodger one, which says "No girls allowed."
Yeah.
And it has a picture of
He wanted to
his
kill girls. and
mugshot.
No.
Just his.
He didn't have
picture.
a mugshot because he killed
Oh,
himself.
he killed himself. That's right.
He killed himself before the police got there.
Yeah.
But all his pictures look like a mugshot because he had like those psychopath eyes.
I've seen him.
But like what my teacher was saying is like you should have a thing that says "Do you believe in God?" and not have the Columbine kids on it. And he was saying because I think what he thought my project was about was he was hoping someone would buy it and take it home and think it's still good and then later realize that it's more sinister.
No, I don't. I think that's calling people smarter than they actually are.
Yeah.
That's overestimating your audience.
I feel like that's anti pretension. It's like we need to be a little pretentious of this one.
Yeah, we.
And I mean it's Hobby Lobby.
I'm invited.
I feel like I'm safe to say that
You're
a lot of them are
punching
pretty
down.
dumb. I don't feel like I'm punching down.
No, because this is about Hobby Lobby and about the opinions
I
held
wouldn't do
by
this to like a small business.
No, this is punching up for sure. You are
Yeah.
an individual punching up at a corporation.
Yeah.
And
this isn't the same as like there were some riots. Like sometimes people riot and they go to corporations and like destroy things and like throw the shelves around and stuff like that. And all that does is hurt the employees.
Yeah, this
like I
is
hate shit like that.
far more sinister.
I feel
in
like
a
this
good
is
way.
I feel like this is smarter though.
Oh, yeah,
and it's like I put more thought into this than just going in and because to me going in and destroying something that's more like censorship.
Yeah, and you know what? I feel bad for the employees, like you said, who have to deal with that because it's like, God, they're just trying to. They are probably earning minimum wage.
Yeah.
At a corporation whose ideals they may not even agree with.
Yeah.
They're doing this out of like utter necessity.
Like, did you hear the thing about H&M? I think it happened like 2017, where they had an advertisement that became really controversial because it had a bunch of little kids. I don't know if it was H&M. It might have been. Pretty sure it was. And the kids had shirts that said different things, and one of them was a little black child, and the shirt said "coolest monkey in the jungle."
I remember that.
And it wasn't supposed to be racist. It was just to be like kids are monkeys. And everyone thought it was like they were calling the black kid a monkey. And so people actually went into those stores and threw shit around and knocked stuff over. And
That
it's
is
like,
so.
do you think the corporation's going to care?
No,
It's like-
of course not, and that's not the fault of an individual store.
And that just makes the rioters look bad.
Yes.
I'm trying to make the corporation look bad.
and you're gonna do it. I
Thank you.
think.
I
Yeah.
hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I think the worst thing you can do, like, the worst way to approach this is to make a single one and have no fallback if it isn't noticed.
I should make a bunch.
I think you need to do this until it gets noticed.
Yeah.
I don't think you should rely on chance.
I think that's
for
a great
one of
idea.
them to get noticed.
Yeah, I'm not gonna just do it, once, but I'm gonna wait to do it until at least the first time until like maybe this might be something I do my whole life.
You know what you could do is keep going back to all these stores and keep putting them there.
Yeah.
And they're like, where are these coming from?
But how am I gonna do it so incognito? How am I gonna?
You can send people.
Oh.
I'm sure there's a million people who would be willing to help you with this.
I'm gonna. This is gonna be like I feel like I'm becoming like a crime boss.
But you're an art crime boss. Art boss. You are.
Oh, that's a great idea.
You know how many people would be willing to help with this
my fucking God.
if you gave a pitch about it?
Because I was just thinking like maybe I'll just wear a different hoodie every time or something. But it's like that's not gonna work.
No, just get different people.
Because I know they're gonna have like cameras and stuff. Oh, that is so genius. You're gonna be one of them.
I'm gonna help.
I can't even. It's not even up to you. Thank you for that. It's a great idea.
Oh, I've also changed my stance on your hair. I came at you too hard. I like the little dingle. Yeah, I like your dangle.
Everybody hated it. I think it's gonna be. Well, also I'm putting gel in it now, which makes it look better. It doesn't look like a little puff.
It looks like a little spike.
And I've always wanted hair like this.
It's cool. Yeah, you're right, and I'm sorry.
I didn't even know you didn't like it.
I was immediately like, ugh, but I didn't give it a chance. Yeah.
I mean, I know it's a common like punk thing.
No, but you're an uncommon punk, so you can rock it anyway.
I like it, and I can't wait till it gets longer. And I think the reason I like it so much is just because it's an absurd. I mean, that's the whole point of like most punk hairstyles is that they're absurd. It's like, why would you leave that there? You know, it's stupid.
Yeah. And I respect you for it.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. I will help with the Hobby Lobby inside jobby.
Yay! This is so much fun.
I want something to come of it.
Yeah.
I think it's too good an idea and too important an issue to have
even
fade.
I'm gonna post pictures of it on Instagram and other social media, so at least it might gain some kind of following or some kind of like cult fan base, which would be interesting.
You know, Obvious Plant is gonna be your friend here.
Yeah.
In fact, I bet if you reached out to him, like you could even DM him.
Oh.
I know he runs his own YouTube, Instagram account.
Yeah.
Where I'm basically
How famous
sure.
is he?
He might be over 1 million.
Oh, okay.
So he's Instagram famous for sure.
Now I'm really excited again. I might spend some days just like not sleeping and working at the school and screen printing this stuff.
So let me find him.
Is the school open during breaks?
I don't know.
Because it'd be fun to just like sleep at the school and like over winter break or something and just work on these.
Yeah.
That'd be really fun.
Okay. 378,000 followers. So not small, very big. Not celebrity status though. Plus he doesn't have that much name recognition outside of people who follow him. If you said, "Do you know who Obvious Plant is?" most people would say no. But if I said, "Do you know Pre-Cracked Egg?"
Oh yeah.
and showed them this picture, I'm sure
I enjoy
with the kid with the long neck. I'm sure
he does have a long neck.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff I'm gonna make. Yeah.
Yes, you're doing this.
Maybe I will reach out to
It's
him.
with a little bit more of a political, dare I say, highbrow twist to it. So if you reached out to him and said, like, what are some strategies you use for doing this?
Yeah.
How do you avoid legal trouble?
Yeah.
I want to do this and I want to make an impact and I look up to the things that you do.
Yeah.
Because I do actually look up to
Me
the
too.
things
I
you
think
do.
it's so fun.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's really and it's unique and interesting.
Yeah.
And I love shit like that.
Yeah. So
but see, he's also someone who his is more just like a prank. So I think he only makes like one of each. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And he doesn't sell any of the stuff he makes.
But I think he's still an excellent resource.
Absolutely.
Ooh, this artist is really cool.
Can we just call this episode Hobby Lobby Inside Jobby?
Sure.
I don't remember what the other idea was.
You are Duchamp's whore.
Okay, that's pretty good. What maybe we could make that the title, and then in the description we just say you are Duchamp's whore.
Yes.
I think in the descriptions we should just say one quote that's like really funny or something.
I enjoy.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
Cool. Anything else before we pack it up?
Okay. Do you want to make this one a long episode, or do you want to split it into 2 50-minute ones?
Wait, do you have something else to say?
No, it's just we're at a weird point. So we've been shooting for an hour with these.
Where are we?
It says at the top with the little scroll bar.
Oh, I see.
We're at an hour 45 basically.
Okay. We can go to 2 maybe, but I don't know if I have anything else to say.
Yeah, and I don't know if I have 15 minutes more in me. So maybe this one will just be long.
Who cares? Yeah, that'll be fun.
We'll see. And if there's a good stopping point somewhere in it, then we might do that, and then we can use both titles.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I'm incredibly excited for that project. I want to help in any way I can. I want to be a part of this.
Yeah.
I want my name attached to it. this is the kind of like rule breaking and civil disobedience that I'm all about. I love that.
Like a good. This is a good way to be an anti-authoritarian in a bad way, and I think this is the kind of stuff that the people I look up to do. Like
it's non-violent.
Yeah.
It makes you think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if it's like if there's any sort of criminal aspect to it at all.
It's not morally wrong.
No, it's not morally wrong.
And I think it's okay to break the law if it's not morally wrong.
And I think there's an honest case to be said for it was an art project.
Yeah.
Kind of a get out of jail free card for lots of stuff.
Yeah, and it's not just the same as when someone goes and does something fucked up and then calls it art.
No, this is premeditated.
It's not like going and setting a grandma's house on fire and then saying, well, this is my performance art.
Yeah.
Or you know what makes me mad? It's like I don't listen to a lot of black metal, but I appreciate like the culture, and I do listen to some of it, and I'm not against it or anything. But when black metal, especially like Norwegian black metal, was really brand new, and there's documentaries about this. Some of the like members of the early bands would go out and set churches on fire.
Yeah, burn churches.
Yeah, and I think that's fucked up. I think that's censorship. And I get the message, and I even kind of agree with it, but I think that's only going to make you look bad. That's not going to make people want to be part of your message. And stuff.
That's so extremist. It drove away a large part of their potential audience, I'm sure.
There's a lot that's wrong about like
not that they would really care, I think.
No, but they probably wouldn't. But it's like I don't think that black metal is like dangerous, or that listening to that makes you a dangerous person or anything. Like one of my best friends listens to lots of black metal. But I think there is a lot of weird stuff in that culture. Like there's even a genre called National Socialist black metal, and in Norway, National Socialism is just another word for fascism.
Well, that's what Nazi is.
Oh, is it?
The National Socialist Party.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that. That's like a portmantua of it or something, or a shortening of it or something.
Yeah, somehow.
Oh, interesting. Like maybe social in German is like with a Z in it or something.
I'm not sure, but yeah, National Socialist is
But yeah,
Nazi.
like National Socialist black metal is actually like a big part, is like a big genre within like black metal, and
it's a yikes from me, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would still say, like, I don't think even the fascist stuff, I think it's okay to listen to that. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but
people are too ready to to say that you're a bad person if you like this kind of music, or a big one is this kind of like sexual stuff.
Oh yeah.
Anything that you do in bed is suddenly like a reflection of your personality, and that is just, I mean, it is, but it's an aspect that doesn't pertain to daily life.
Yeah, it's like you can control yourself. It's not like you're gonna go out and choke people on the street just because you like choking people in bed.
yeah, exactly.
It doesn't mean you're gonna be an abusive partner.
That's a different issue. That's not about what you like in bed. That's not about your sexual preference. That's about the fact that you're like insane.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't know, schizophrenic or something, and you need help, and you need to be someone stop him. You need to be stopped.
It's like oh shit, I had something really interesting to say. This keeps happening to me today. It's like, I think when it comes to music and art in general, I think it's very important. I think I might even have gotten this from a video that Anthony Fantano made, but it's something I agree with, where he was saying like, taste does not equal character.
Yes, that's what it was. That's what I was trying to say.
And that's one of the reasons that even though I don't listen to like a lot of emo stuff, I tried not to judge people who do listen to that, because it's like, if someone's into that kind of fashion or that kind of music, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're like some kind of self-loathing prick who's always trying to like fish for sympathy, like they could just be a cool person, or someone who listens like me, who listens to like a lot of punk and a lot of metal, isn't necessarily like an angry person who goes and starts fights with everyone and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know. This is really interesting to me, and I've noticed it in my drawing too. The things that matter are not what you hear about. Like the things that people say matter are generally not true.
Yeah.
Or they've been misinterpreted.
Yeah, like anything.
So the way I thought about it was like, what matters in drawing to me, and in the way that I've started to think about art, and I'm talking really specific, like drawing the figure. Yeah. Is not whether the proportions are right or whether it looks accurate. It's not whether you got the anatomy of the knee right. Yeah. Maybe it's about if you described a form with one line down an interior corner of a form, you might not even need to draw like a forearm or a calf. You can leave that empty and draw an ankle and a knee, and people will know.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's not what matters.
Yeah.
What matters is like the intent and the way that you see it and the way that that translates to your drawing, and that's similar to in the sense that people have misassigned importance, or misplaced importance into like, oh, the things that matter about your character are like what you do in bed, or what music you listen to, or what kind of clothes you wear.
Yeah.
Those are not important.
Yeah.
It's just misplaced.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't pretend to know every way that it's misplaced, or I'm sure
infinite.
I have it too. Yeah. But it's nice to. I think I've started to see that, and I've started to develop my own set of criteria for how I judge people and art. Because I mean, we're always judging.
You can't not judge people. Sometimes it's important to judge people. I think one of the constant struggles I have is trying to find out if like, and you do this with introspection, is like finding out, am I judging this person because they are a bad person, or they're doing something wrong, or am I judging this person because of something about me that I'm not accepting about myself?
This is like episode 1.
Yeah, I know, we're going back because it's always on my mind. I'm thinking about this all the time.
It's a good way to think. It's healthy.
I hope so. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I think let's leave it here. We'll have more.
An hour 50. That's good. We can make that 2 if we want.
Yeah, I think we should, and then we can use both titles.
Yeah,
that's a great
I'm
idea.
excited.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, thanks for listening.
All right, see you guys. Mwah.